So, hello YouTube. We're starting a new uh, English immersion here on Talk Talk. I'm with Almir, Ana, Fabiano, and Rebecca to have a nice conversation about mental health and break the stigma that surround this how say that subject. So let's start with the first question. Almir, for you. How has the public conversation about mental health changed and become more open during your lifetime?
Okay, first of all, I think this is a very difficult topic, but I try to say a few words. I wrote some things for me to help me. As I said, I think it's a little bit difficult anyway. About the first one, I think there is much more discussion and awareness these days comparing to some years ago. And public campaigns and higher numbers of autistic people have encouraged people to seek for help when they need help. That's what I have seen. Okay.
Very good, very good, and I totally agree with you. For example, now it's not anymore something that we cannot say it because I remember when I was a child, it was just something. Oh, you're going to the psychologist. Oh, you're going to for example, everything that related to mental health. It was, oh, you're a crazy people. So and now I'm seeing something that is opposite. The people saying, oh, you do therapy. Ah, me too. So that's very good. So it's not something that we how can I say it? Something that we it's behind it's for us, but it's something that we can see the progress. I totally agree with you, Omir.
Yes,
Uh,
I mentioned a higher level of people with autistic people. I said
that's true.
because I said I have a daughter and she's 12 and she's autistic. Okay, my daughter is autistic. So I even have here the lanyard, autistic
Mm,
lanyard. I don't know if you can see. I don't know if I
yeah.
can. I can't get it around my neck. Anyway, so you see here the autistic. It's not mine. It's hers. But
Mm-hmm.
whenever I walk with my daughter, mostly in public transportation, I use along. So m- both of us, me and her, because I want to disseminate the information to people who don't know about this. Okay, so I use this along with her. Uh, uh, she's totally identified, but I also use to disseminate and to disclosure the information. That's my
Very good.
answer.
And just a little bit more because you have an experience about it. Do you think that we people who, have you noticed something different now? The people are more how should it call aware about it, as you said, or it's something that we cannot say yet.
I think it's becoming to change, but more related to autistic people because they are identified. But there are
Mm,
many disabilities, many other disabilities, not
that's
only
true.
autistic people. But even so, many times I have to stand up to her in a public transportation, like a subway train or a bus inside a bus, even totally identified. Um, I don't know. Sometimes younger people, a younger girl, younger guy, they pretended they didn't see us.
Mm,
I identified, my daughter identified, and they are on their cell phone. So I had to stand up and please, could you please, my daughter, most of the time she wants to see it and she has a right. It's a law,
yeah,
okay? There is a law for that. And if I see the person has no disability, no one, and she's able to stand up and get
that's true.
continue the ride standing. I have to say something. So
No, but it's great.
I
So we
don't
we,
I
ha- we
don't
have
I,
a long work ahead. in
Yes,
this
I don't
subject.
want to I don't want to hog the conversation. There are a lot of people.
No, but it's good. That's good. So thank
Yes.
you so much, Amir, for your how said that share this experience. You have a lot how said knowledge about. You have to say something. What about you, Anna? What do you think about it?
I
This
agree
first question.
with Almir. We have social media. Sometimes it's not good, but sometimes it's very, very good for explain for people about the autism and the others. When I was a child, there is no conversation about my feelings with my mother. No, nothing. Nowadays, I look my sister and she talk about my niece. She is frustrated and she talks, what do you feel? You know, it's very different. And there are psychologists for the children. And I think it's good. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes not, always it's good. I love reading about neuroscience too. How our emotion starts, you know? If you know how our emotion starts, you can do something about that.
No, it's very interesting. And for example, this different of generations. For example, that you said, how you were raised and how the kids now are being raised. So it's good to see this difference. It's the same to me. To me, it
Yes.
was something not possible. And now I do therapy, and it's amazing how you said. For example, now I know a little bit more. How said that. What has happened in my mind, you know? So what are my traumas, what happened to me, and how I am who I am, and it's easier to change and to understand myself. So very good points. Thank you, Anna. What about you, Fabiano? What do you think about the first question?
Uh, I agree with all they said, but when I was a child, in my childhood, it was difficult to have this conversation. I grew up in the 80s, and after my teenage years was on the 90s, so it's like a taboo to talk about mental health in this in that season, that years. Nowadays, I think it's changing. It's gonna be a great topic to talk about mental health and other things that the example they bring to us here. And even I think it getting more important since the great athletes suffering this mental health too in Olympic Games. In everyone talk about this, so I think it's changing. I I realize that this conversation is changing. So I think
Very good. Yeah, go
it's
ahead, go
gonna be
ahead. Sorry.
good. I think it's gonna be better in next years, and I think more the science will research more things, more treatments. I think I don't know.
No, that's good. That's good. I think that it's as Anna said, we have how to say that some positive examples, and you brought other ones, so very good. Thank you so much, Fabiano. What about you, Rebecca? Can you hear me? Just to be sure. 'Cause, yeah, I think that Rebecca is facing technical problems, so we can move, and when she come back we she answer the question. So guys, the question number two, could you read and answer, Anna, for us, the question number two?
What does the stigma surrounding mental health mean? Why has it historically been so difficult for people to talk about these issues? Issues?
Hmm. Issues,
Issues.
yeah, that's good.
I can answer?
Yeah, answer,
Yeah,
sorry.
okay. I think the stigma is if you have mental health, no, if you have something, it's you are a crazy person.
This
Stuff
and do you
like
think
that.
that it's different, for example, or how it was because of the second how it happens? Can you develop even more in the past? For example, you already said something to us. For example, how it was in the time of your grandmother when you were a child, and how it's different now. This stigma that, as you were saying, for example, oh, this person it's crazy or something like that,
Yes,
or so.
like my grandmother, she was bipolar, c'est ça? Bipolar? Bipolar?
Yeah,
She
I
was a
think that's
bipolar.
bipolar, but I'm yeah,
Bipolar, I don't know.
I will search
When
here.
Bipolar.
when she took her medicine, she was okay. But when she didn't that, she was different, very different, actually. And people said that she's crazy, but it's not that.
No,
She
yeah, it's
need, she
something that
needs she
this
needs
example.
she needs a doctor. She needs a treatment. She has uh, it's not good. It's not good way to say.
Yeah, and I agree with you. Now we are learning, but in the past, maybe the access to mental health it was not how to say that easy, and the people didn't understand. Family could not support. So that's it's a good point. Rebecca, you are back. So I would like to hear you about the first question, please.
Question one. Minha
Yeah,
internet
the
tá
number
péssima,
one.
tá caindo.
No problem.
Ok. People talk more about feeling now. It is more accept, aceito. To say you need help. Finish.
That's true. I agree with you. I agree with you. I think that you summarize what happened. And Rebecca, I will stay with you. The second question, we are in the second question now. So, what do you think about this? What does the stigma surround mental health means? That usually we talk about it, and why has it been so difficult to people to talk about these issues or about the mental health? The second question.
Me?
Yeah, you Rebecca.
É. Stigma news negative ideas about mental health. People were afraid to be julgadas. Não vou saber falar.
No problem, no problem.
Enfim, é isso.
Yeah, no, but I agree with you. I understood everything that you said. So people have this fear to be, they are afraid, as you said, to be judged by others and everyone. And it's joined what Ana Teresa said, that it's something that, oh, bad stigma. Usually it's a bad thing. And in this case, it's totally a bad thing. Ana brings this example, this is a crazy person, etc. So good point, Rebecca. Almir, what do you think about the second question, please?
Okay, the mental health stigma refers to negative attitudes and negative reactions towards people who have these conditions from society. It is the stigma, bad attitudes and reactions when they see these people around. And this question has got two questions inside.
Yeah.
The two in one. The second part has why has it historically been so difficult for people to talk about these issues? That's another question. Many people have felt ashamed and embarrassed to admit that they were struggling with their mental health. So the person, at least in the past, they feel embarrassed and ashamed to talk about their own mental problem or issue. So it is difficult for a lot of people. But there are some more questions that we are going to develop and
Yeah,
progress.
that's great. Great, great, great. I totally agree with
Okay.
you. It's hard, especially because we have this stigma, so the people they have difficult to say, oh, to say for themselves and to say for the others that, oh, I'm facing mental health problems here. So that it's hard because, and I think that this question, they both are together because of this stigma. It's the one of the reason that the people cannot accept and ask for help.
Yes, and I think that the blockage is the society. That's why the person don't feel they feel embarrassed to go to seek for help, mostly because of this reaction of the society.
That's true.
And
That's true. We have to change as a society. We have to change. What do you think about it, Fabiano? The second question: what is this stigma? What it means, and uh, why the people have difficult to admit and ask for help when they are facing problems in their mental health?
I think that stigma was born because in a few years ago we don't know about this kind of mental health. The society has takes some years to learn to research about this. So this is why stigma was born. I think a lot of people don't want to research and don't have the curiosity to research about this. So I think this is the reason that some stigmas was born. And it's difficult to change because about of course it depends of educational everyone's education, but I think it's changing, but will take a lot of time to change a lot, and I think that depends on the growing us with society, with education, with uh, information that we need to learn, to research, and other things. So I think nowadays the thing is went faster. So my hope is that we learn it faster than the things are coming.
Very good, very good. I like your positive say that way to say things, Fabiano. And talking about education, let's move on for the in the changes that we need in as a society. Let's talk about the language. So the question number three, I will start with you, Ana Teresa. So how can the everyday language we use to talk about mental health either contribute to the stigma or help to break it? So there's a relation between language and this stigma about mental health. What do you think about it?
I think um, something like that, like crazy, are you crazy? Or the joke, like, did you take your Rivotril today? Something like that.
That's true. That's true.
One,
Yeah, we
one,
have.
one time,
Yeah, go, go, go.
there, I was with my friends, and someone, it's French in my mind. Someone talk like that, did you take your Rivotril today? And a person, my friend, did, no, not yet, but I will take. It's true, it's not a joke.
Ah, I understood. So yeah, but I think it was a good answer that the person, oh, not yet. I will take it, and it's something that you, because that's it. The stigma become how said that comes with a lot of prejudice and people that don't know. And language, it's a powerful tool. It's not
Yes.
just oh, I'm making a joke or something. No, that's something very important because if someone say oh this person is crazy, it's the most common word that we use to say about people to reinforce this stigma
Yes.
about
There,
that
there are
surround mental
many,
health.
there are
Go
many
go.
stigmas. Eles são reforçados. I
Yeah.
don't know how can I say
Uh,
that with
Let me
the
think.
joke,
Go ahead. Go
you
ahead.
know?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's something that we have to pay attention, and totally agree with you. Good examples about how said the language and how it this relation how it's related to how said this stigma. So very good points, Ana Teresa. And what about you, Almir? What do you think about how said the relation between this stigma and language?
Okay, and Anna was saying about the reinforcement, to reinforce,
Reinforcement.
and they are reinforced.
Reinforcement.
Yes. So the number three, if we are respectful, saying that someone has a mental health condition, it's a respectful way, rather than using words like crazy nuts. The people use those words a lot.
That's true.
We can break down the stigma, I think, if we start to change and respect more the people around the person with these issues.
So. Do you think
That's
that
it.
it's so
Sure.
important to change our language and understand? Because, for example, I know that now the correct way to say it's not it's for example in Portuguese that I just know in Portuguese is a pessoa com deficiência. So there are many things out that you're not talking. I think the language is very important. For example, talk about barriers, not. There are something that we have to learn as a society to include these people and because the way that we talk is the way that represents the way that we think, and how we see this question, for example, especially the mental health here, but the how say that disabilities in general. So it's very
Yes.
important to learn the language, I think.
In English, eu acho que nowadays they say people with disabilities in
Disability,
general,
good.
blind people, people in wheelchairs. And I want okay, it's my turn to say something about back in the days, in the old days, the problem started inside the family. The own family
That's true.
members used it to hide the person with disability because they were ashamed of the person. So they would lock the person inside a room. Okay? They wouldn't walk around with the person in a long time ago. Maybe something, the things are changing but in a slow pace. But anyway,
That,
back in the days, a long time ago, it was this way. They would hide the person. They wouldn't want the neighbors to know that they had a person inside the family with disability. Okay, okay, that's it.
no, very good, Omir. Thank you for sharing this point. And yeah, at least as you said, we are changing slowly, but we are changing for good points. So, but it's so slowly. I agree with you. What do you think about it, Rebecca? The question number three.
Um, uh, Words can hurt or help. Use can the words can break the stigma.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And it's you have to pay attention. It's very powerful. I agree with you. Thank you, Rebecca. What do you think about it, Fabiano? This discussion number three.
As Rebecca said, I think we need to think more before they start to talk.
Ah,
Nowadays is uh, for example, some jokes and does not make sense nowadays, but we need to learn and to think better before talk some jokes or talk some words that can hurt someone. I think it is the best way nowadays to break the stigma or to help with other people.
Very good, very good. I think that we everyone here agrees about this topic. So let's move on for the next question. Almir, could you read and answer the question number 4, please?
Okay, what's the impact when a celebrity or a public figure openly shares their own struggles with mental health? Is this helpful for society? That's number 4. And I think when they share, it can have a positive impact because people see familiar faces or well-known faces talking about their experiences. I don't know if it is psychological, but it helps a lot. They see that they think that actors, for instance, they are like heroes, and they are not. They are people like us, and they may have health issues, mental health issues. And when they show up on social media or on TV, unveiling their problems, their own problems, it helps more because it's a well-known face. People have a relationship, a connection with that person. It is not a strange. That's what I mean to say. That's it.
No, very good point. I was searching here because I didn't know how to say it in English. It's a kind of a representativeness that it's very important, and I think that you summarize good points. This part because we used to think, oh, you normally think this person is perfect or something like that. I'm talking about in general, people in general. And when someone how said show us that they are human beings and that's okay to have a problem, everyone have problem has problem. It's powerful because these people to be a celebrity. How said that it used to be someone powerful because you have a nowadays you have it in Instagram the name of the people that are how said that famous there they are influencers, so they have exactly that this influence about others, and it's important when they talk about it and they use this influence for in a good way. Thank you so much, Almir. If you
Yes,
do want
they
how
they
say something, go
they
ahead.
work they work in competitive areas mostly, so they can burn out. They may have a lot
That's
of
true.
issues, problems. They can be turning to bipolar, or I don't know.
That's
Let's
true.
share
That's
some
true.
more.
Even more common in this kind of environment to have a how say that healthy mental health issues. That's another interesting point. What do you think about Ana Teresa?
I think it's positive too, because if you look someone, he has a problem and he has a success, you realize you can have success too, something like that, you know. I think
Yeah.
it's very
So
positive.
no, that's good. That's good. And as we were saying that, and especially now in this nowadays that we have this technology, social media, we are exposed and the very this comparison between people it's even more common. And when someone show their vulnerability, it's important because for the people in general. Thank you so much, Anna. What do you think, Rebecca? The question number 4.
Oh.
The question number 4.
It helps people. Okay. It helps people feel not alone. It makes talking about mental health normal. Normal. Não sei como fala normal em inglês.
Good, good. That's true. So that's something that everyone is normal, as you said. and
Normal.
it's something that everyone can face it once in life or even more. So that's a good point. Good point. Thank you, Rebecca. What do you think,
Thank
Fabiano,
you.
about this point?
I think it's totally helpful for society. I can remember one example. It's not about uh, mental health, it's about other disease. The example from Thiago Leifert about her baby is also he
Good point.
he explained the disease of her baby about the eyes, the cancer. And he noticed when he take a picture of her baby and he came to the public, he and his wife came to the public, explain all they discovered. It was very good because a lot of parents take her son, her daughter to the oculist to make some exams. It was a very good example of helpful for society. I think when
Ve-
a celebrity or a public figure talks about this, is very helpful.
Very good point, and very good example about Chuck Lifer, and that's it. We have to talk about more as we are doing right now, and to start to change things, in our minds. And it's I really believe that's talking little by little with how said that a few peoples. It's the positive thing. You will not result and solve the how said that problems, yes, but it's something that we have to start in our little community to talk, and these people that have that even more power have to do even more, I think. Guys, let's move on for the next question. Now we will talk about the relationship in the how said about companies and mental health issues. How said how what's the role about the that these companies have in this case? So, Almir, could you read and answer the question number 5 for
Okay,
us?
what is the responsibility of a company or a manager to create a workplace that is supportive of employees' mental well-being? That's number 5. I think that
Yeah,
companies can provide training for employees on the subject of mental health issues, um to spread the information and to let them know that it can happen to anyone, to anybody. So we need to spread information, and company can do training uh, for the employees of the company. Uh, they set aside some time to give a training about the subject.
no, and it's what we're talking about. This kind of initiative can prevent how say that mental health issues, because we have people with disability, but we have even people that create these disabilities and these mental health issues because of the how say that the work, because nowadays it's very common the burnout, so this kind of problem that for example in my case I know a lot of people that just go to how say that have to stop to work because they had a burnout. So it's very good. I think that education is in the base, especially because there are many environmental works that we have this kind of more harassment. I don't know how to. My pronunciation is good, but assédio moral in general. So we have to pay attention.
Harassment, yes. A lot
Harassment,
of
yeah.
people are working under pressure, and with the bossing around, walking around in the back of the person, see what the person is doing. That is to
That's
boss
true.
around. So it's a lot of pressure. It helps a lot, happens a lot.
Yeah, and education needs the how say that is power is power, and we have to think about it to prevent this kind of situation and to create this how say that wealth environment. So thank you, Almir. What do you think about it, Ana?
I think it's a problem because I am a business consultant too, and we discuss a lot about that. Uh, the businessman, businesswoman say, the employees they don't work, something like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The employees are, I don't know, bad things. And I talk,
Okay.
we have bad leaders. Por moi, for me, it's the problem. We have a bad leaders. We need to talk about that.
Yeah,
People don't know being leaders.
I totally agree with you. I think that in our next how say that immersion we can talk about it too. For example, about leadership, how to be a leader. That's different to be a manager. It's
Yes.
someone that really want to create a good environment, create a team. So it's something there's
Inspirate
not a
people.
yeah. So and understand the abilities and the difficulties that everyone have, and try to be how say that empathic. I think that it's important and good points. But I think that it's something that the company have to create this institutional how can I say it way. So it's something that it's not we cannot depend for one person that have how said this is a good leader, but the company have to put in action things to help create this environment. And very good point, Ana. What do you think about it, Rebecca? The question number 5.
Um, companies should listen to improve employees and help them when they are stressed.
Very good, very good. I think they should how say that listening people when they are stressed. I agree with you. So create this kind of how say that I forgot how to say it. It's a channel. I don't know if it's a channel if it's possible to say it in English, but it's this way to have this communication easily. So a kind of ouvidoria. I don't know how to say it in English, because like that the people can feel more how to say that free and protect people that denounce harassments in general. It's very important to create this environment. Very good point, Rebecca. What do you think about it, Fabiano?
I think that if one day the managers or the companies realize that when an employee has a well uh, how can I say has a good health in the companies, they will sell more, they will gain more experience, the company will grow up better.
That's true.
I think it's totally responsibility of a company or of the leaders to improve this uh, to improve this thing or make some how can I say? I forgot the word treinamento for the employees. So is when they realize that the importance of this, they will know the better is better for the company for the brand of company is better. So everyone will talk about this. So when they realize, then it's gonna be better.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. The company have to provide this training for everyone, and I totally agree. Very good point, Fabiano. And guys, I think that we have time for one last question, and I will skip the question number 6 because more or less we talked about it when we were talking about celebrities, but and go direct for the question number 7. Almir, could you read and answer the question number 7, please?
Okay, the question number 7. What are some of the biggest barriers that prevent people from seeking professional help, like therapy, when they are struggling? That's number 7. I think that the major barrier still is the stigma that we
That's
were
true.
talking about related to mental health. People also may have a negative perception on how therapy can be of help. So the person has got some problem, they they don't have the perception, they don't know, they don't feel, I don't know, if the therapy can be of help, can be helpful. They they may take some time to decide to go after help. I think it's not such a good thing if you go in the beginning when you feel that something is not something is wrong. It's better to go after something, to go after
Yeah.
help.
I think that it's the stigma and this how say that ignorance too, because we don't know a lot about it. The lack of information. It's the two big reasons. And just to add another one, I think that the people don't have money too. Some people, so it's a very big issue, especially in Brazilian how said reality. So I think these three things to me are the most big barriers that we are facing, especially as a Brazilian. But a very good point, Almir. What do you think, Anna?
That's it. 3
That's
points. That's it. Like autism, for example, it's really share caro. It's really
oh, it's expensive.
it's really expensive. It's really expensive. Uh, you need to I don't know. I don't know explain. It's not just the therapy, for example. There are many things to doing. It's very expensive, and for SUS, there is a long time for that, you know. And I think that's it.
No, no, good points. Thank you so much, Anna. And bring to my French immersions, Joanne, please.
Okay.
What about you, Rebecca? We are in the question number 7.
7. Uh, uh,
Oh, I think that's Rebecca. It's freezy. So let's go with you, Fabian. What do you think about the question number 7?
I think one of the barriers is they're afraid of being judged, judged.
Mm,
This
that's true.
this happens with me because before I started to do a therapist, I was afraid of being judged by therapists, so that's my completely uh, ignorance. So
uh,
I think
Well,
it is. This is one of the uh, biggest how can I say? I forgot. Biggest afraid. I think it is barriers.
very
Yes, one
good.
of biggest barriers.
Barriers. Yeah. Very,
Barriers.
very good points. The same. It was the same to me, Fabiana. Thank you for sharing this personal experience. Rebecca, you're back. So the question number 7 to finish, please.
uh, people are afraid. They think it is expensive, or they do not know how to get help.
That's true. That's I think that the something that everyone here agree it's the one of the biggest, maybe the biggest, is this stigma, this judgment, this misinformation that we have about it. Good point, Rebecca. Guys, I will stop now by YouTube our how said live stream, and I would just have how said that I would like to hear about you what how it was, and we can well sorry we can talk in Portuguese just to be sure that everything was good today. So